Hello and welcome to another episode of Duke of Bariga, the most organic show in Africa. In this show, we cover fashion, entertainment, lifestyle, arts, sports, and many other things. Today, we've got a very interesting, beautiful guest. I would like to introduce to you my guest here, Patience Dosita. Nice to have you on board.
Thank you.
Habari yako.
Mzuri sana.
This young lady's story is a story that's going to inspire you. This story, in any way, is not a sad story. It's not a story that we want you to feel sad and feel pity. It's a story that we want you to build some strength from. Sometimes in life, we want certain things and we complain a lot. So sometimes it could be maybe you're complaining that you've not been on a holiday in 2 years. It could be maybe you wanted to buy a designer bag and you don't have the money yet. So it could be little things, but at that time they're big things to you. But sometimes just try and put yourself in another situation and look at some of the kids on the streets that they don't have nowhere to sleep. Look at some of those people that they don't have a 3 square meal, or look at people living in a war zone, like they don't know if they're going to survive tomorrow. One time I spoke to a lady and she said she had 4 kids. She was Somalian by tribe, and she actually told me that sometimes when she goes to the market, she will have told the kids that she might not return because anything can actually happen to her. So, going back to what I'm trying to talk about today, I want to talk about my guest, Patience Dosita, and she's going to tell you a little bit about her story, and I'll also join in telling you what she's gone through, where she's been, and where she's trying to get to in the future. So, Patience, can you tell us a little bit about your story? All I know is you're from Congo originally, but you currently live in Kenya. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
I was born in Congo,
Yeah.
1997,
Okay.
and my godmother told me a story how I end up in Rwanda.
Rwanda. Okay.
Yeah, 1997,
Yeah.
there was a war.
Yeah. The
in
Congo War.
Congo.
Yes.
And mama yangu alikufa, and also my dad alikuwa amenishikilia but si hakuwa amekufa, na alikuwa anahitaji usaidizi. Nilikuwa nimekatwa mkono, ninatoka damu sana. I was breathing a lot on my hand.
Yeah.
So
this is after the militants cut your hand when you were
Yeah.
3 months old.
Yeah.
So you were bleeding a lot. Okay.
Yeah, and the reason why my father asked my godmother to call me patient, it's because nikikatwa mkono, I didn't cry. When they cut my hand, I didn't
You
cry.
didn't cry. So for those of you that don't know what is actually going on, Patient was born in 1997. There was a Congo War at the time. When she was 3 months old, some militants came and they cut her left hand, killed the mom and injured the dad. When they cut Patient's hand, she did not cry. Can you imagine if somebody cuts your hand with a machete and you did not cry? So what happened was her dad, while he was injured, he carried her while she was bleeding, and a lot of people were running for refuge to Rwanda from Congo just to get some survivor to hide away. And he carried her and he gave her to a lady and said, please help my child, she's injured, and if you guys do survive, please call her Patience. This lady, which happened to be Patience's godmother, was with her husband at the time, and the husband hesitated that, do you really want to carry an injured baby 3 months old? And she pleaded with the husband, and he was like, fine, let's do it. So do you want to go on, Patience?
Yeah, so after that, the father refused. We cannot take this baby.
Okay.
She's young. She's going to cry when we are hiding.
Yeah.
So let's just leave her here. Maybe she will survive. We don't know. But we can't because they have another kids to carry. But the mother said, no, I can't leave this baby.
She insisted that they should take you.
So we learned, and we was somewhere hiding.
From the militants.
Yeah. Somehow I cried.
Yeah, which is normal. You're 3 months old.
Yeah, I was 3 months old. And the soldiers,
yes,
they had me. And they said, oh, we can hear them. Let's go kill them. The father said, please, you go, and I will go and fight them. Before they know I was with you, we'll be at the border.
So basically, the dad decided to confront the soldiers while they escaped, because if the soldiers found all of them, the soldiers would take every one of them out. So he sacrificed himself basically so that they could be saved from what was going to happen. So go ahead.
Yeah, we are not sure if he dead or if he's alive, but we had the gun.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's how we escaped, and we end up in Rwanda.
And your grandmother told you all this story?
No, my grandma.
Yes.
And that we end up in Gisenyi town. It's around Congo.
Okay.
So when we was there, I can't complain. I can say I had a hard time life when I was young.
So they treated you like family.
Yes,
you didn't know any difference.
I never knew that those.
That you were adopted.
Yes.
Okay.
Then when I'm grown up.
Yeah. How many siblings did you have? How many brothers
Four.
and sisters?
2 brothers and 1 sister.
Did you look alike? Did you think you were different from them?
Actually, I didn't, but I looked exactly like my godmother.
So you looked like your godmother?
Yes.
Okay.
She was dark, beautiful, nice hair. She was like angel. But my sibling, they are 2 brown, 2 height.
Very tall. Rwandans are very
so
tall anyway.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Okay.
They looked like Rwandese, obviously.
But they didn't treat you any different. So you felt like those are your brothers and sisters.
When I was young, I can't tell.
Yeah.
But when I started to go to school.
What age?
I was like 6.
Okay.
It was so hard to go to school with one hand. In that time, they said I cannot write. I have to go to special schools.
To special school.
And
are you left-handed or right-handed?
Right.
Yeah, and they said you had to go to special school
but
because
my
you've got
mom,
one arm. Okay.
my mom refused. She said, "I know my baby. She's able, and she can do it." So
she said, "My daughter is able."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to talk about able photography later on, but let's go back to the story.
Yeah, so that's how I did end up to school, and I was in the same school with my siblings, but they was too old.
Okay.
And you know, when I know in Africa, when you are young, your sibling have to take you to school and bring you back at home. But my siblings never ever did that.
So who took you to school and took you back?
I just go, kikundi. Naona wanafunzi walikuwa kwa kikundi. When you are too many students and they were going the same way,
just follow
them
okay.
until I get home. And my mom, when she knew, she would be fighting with them.
She'll be angry and tell them off. Why did you not take your sister to school and bring her back?
And they will never, ever answer that question. So it was so hard. And let me say I was too smart because I was always the first student or the third one.
Okay.
And my siblings, they was too lazy. They never knew how to.
So you did better in school than your siblings.
And
so you normally came between first to third, and they did a little bit. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So my mom will do some party for me. She will take me out to the beach because I was the first student.
Yeah.
And my sister, the one I can call, she's my eldest sister.
Yeah.
She will be so mad.
Because she was not taken to the party, because she didn't do well in school.
And she know the truth. But I think my mom told them, if you say anything, I will kick you out.
So your siblings knew that you were adopted?
Yes.
Okay. But your siblings never said to you? Okay.
And if I ask my neighbor, they will say, no, she's your mom.
She's your mom, yeah.
You came here from Congo when you was 3 months. She feeds you.
So what happened when your stepmom ended up in hospital later on in life?
Before she got to hospital, I had a fight with my sister.
Yeah.
It was about cane sugar. So our mom gave us a sugar cane, and my sister wanted mine because it was big.
It was big, yeah.
And you
fought physically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she had a knife.
Yeah.
Then alinidunga here on my eyes.
So she slashed you with a knife. Okay.
We had a fight, and maybe she wasn't patient, and she said, "You are not even our sibling."
Your Yeah, true
You are
sister.
not our sister.
Out of anger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are adopted. Tulikuokota kwa barabara.
How did you feel when she said that? Did you believe it or?
No, I didn't even believe it because I looked exactly like my mom.
Okay.
So I was like, you are adopted. I am not adopted. Look at me, I look like my mom.
Yeah.
You look nothing like my mom. So it was a fight, but our mom had that.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, that night, my mom alimuchapa.
Okay.
Like, my mom didn't let her do that again.
So your mom basically told her off and warned her never to say such again, that you were adopted.
Yeah.
So what happened after?
So I didn't take it like a big deal.
Yeah.
Then when I was in Form 5,
Yeah.
my mom,
She became ill.
yeah,
Okay.
ended up in a hospital, and that's how life started being so hard.
So what happened when she ended up? What was she sick? What exactly was the issue, if you can remember?
They told us it was cancer, but I don't believe that.
Okay. So what
Because
happened?
she never told us she's sick.
Yeah.
She always looked, she's fine. Maybe she didn't want us to know.
Possibly, maybe she was trying to protect
Yeah.
the family and everything. So basically, so she ended up in the hospital. She was sick. So what happened to your siblings? And what happened afterwards?
Everyone was at school, even me. I was on my last year on high school,
Okay.
but I didn't did a good job in my school because my mom was sick, and I was always going to visit her every day. Then it came a day, she called everyone.
Okay, all the family.
Yeah, all family, me and my siblings, we was there waiting, and we are sitting on reception. She told a doctor, I want to meet my daughter patient.
Okay.
And yeah, I did go to talk to her, and she started like, oh, I love you. As like, when you watch a Nigerian movie, there's this thing a person say before she's going to die, I love you, I want you to
Promoting
be
Hollywood
nice.
hair, Nigerian movie, go ahead.
Yeah, that's what we always watch. So
Yeah.
I was like, why are you talking like we're going to die? That the movie was
So
looking.
she was basically sharing her last
Yeah.
words with you.
I love you. You are my daughter and my only favorite daughter. And sorry.